Well, fellas, we've all been there. One minute everything's fine, and the next you've got a hole in the wall. Ah, that was going to be a home run. Too bad that wall got in the way.
Not again.
So now you got a hole in the wall, guys, and you got to fix it. How do you do it? I'm going to show you how right now. And now that you're ready to fix this mess, here's a few things you might need to pick up. A utility knife, some drywall mud, a mud pan, some knives to spread the joint compound with, a drill and some screws, some glue, some clamps. Now you're going to see I take a utility knife with a new blade. You always want a sharp blade when doing this. And I'm going to be cutting out the section that I've got marked. Once you make an initial score, continue making 3 or 4 scores, and it should just fall out, like you'll see mine do here pretty soon. It's looking good. It's just about ready to come out. Just keep cutting. When it's ready, it'll just fall out. Now that you've got the damaged area of the drywall removed, you're ready to put in a couple of supports to hold in the new drywall. In this case, I'm gluing in a couple of strips of wood, and then I'm going to screw them in. This is going to give me good support for the new piece of drywall that I've got going in. Now, when fastening drywall, you want to make sure, whether using nails or screws, to make sure the head goes just a little bit below the surface. Not much, just a little bit. And now that you've got the hole ready, meaning it's cleaned up, it's squared up, and you've got supports in place. Now you're going to see me cut this piece of drywall in a way that you're probably not familiar with seeing. This is the best way to repair drywall. The amateur way, in my opinion, is to just cut a piece of drywall and put it in place and then put tape around the edges. That's not nearly as good as the way that I'm showing you now. So just pay close attention to the way I'm doing this. I should say here that drywall does have a front side and a back side, and make sure the brown side is against the studs. You don't want to put joint compound on it because it will bubble up. So now that you're sure that your drywall fits and you've got plenty of excess paper around the edges, you're going to want to take joint compound and put a generous amount on all sides. You don't want any open spaces because that's going to let the paper of the drywall bubble up. So now that you've got a nice bed of joint compound applied, you're going to want to put your drywall plug in and make sure it's fitting well. Now you're going to want to go ahead and take 2 screws for each side and make sure that it's snug down. And again, we're looking to make sure the head is just recessed a little bit, not too much. So here I'm applying the tape coat. This is basically the bonding of the plug and the drywall together. You're not trying to get it perfect here. There's 2 more coats after this. Just smooth it out. You're looking to get about 95% of the drywall mud off. Only leave about 5%. And here you can see I'm using a heat gun. This speeds up the process in between coats. So if you are a professional and you can't spend time going back and forth to put on coats, or you just want to speed up the process, you can dry it yourself. And now once the joint compound is thoroughly dried, give it a light sanding and apply primer and paint as needed. No one will ever know.
Yay!
Guys, we're a new channel. Like and subscribe and leave us a comment because it really helps us grow.